Okay, by now you should be able to play at least the bass line and the melody hands together fluidly. If you can't, go back and keep working on it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to stop the process here. I mean, you can still work out chord spellings, which is what we're going to do now. But just if you haven't worked out that smooth melody and bass line together, after we're done figuring out chord spellings, go back and work on that. Don't forget about it, okay? Because you won't be able to add the chords. Okay, it's another rant that I'm going to end. Okay, so let's go to measure 3. We have F in the first 2 beats, and we know that we're going to need an F in the bass. How do you finish spelling that F major chord? A and C, we know that. Measure, third beat, we have F and D, and we need a D in the bass. What's missing? An A. Now, yes, I mentioned that we should have 3-note chords, but when the melody resolves into it, you can get away with that. So, A minor, C and A in the melody. We need an A in the bass. What's missing? An E. Oh, C9. Well, let's start with the C dominant 7. We have G in beat 4, which will be part of it, and C in the bass. We need an E to complete the major form, and a B flat to complete the dominant 7 form. What is the 9 of C? D. Okay, so now let's review this far. Measure 3. F major, D minor, A minor, C9. That'll keep you busy for a bit. Place it, play it. Place it, play it. That's a big jump. Whoop. Touch the keys first. None of that. Touch it, play it. Place it, play it. So play it, touch it. Yeah, place it, touch it. Same thing. That'll be the hard one. Now, look at the page, look at the keys, you don't place it. Might be that slow, or even slower for a while. That's okay. Just get all the right notes, check it out, and then work the physical. The way I see this type of practice is, you know how to read music. You know most of the time whether something sounds really off and it needs to be fixed. Even if you don't know exactly what the fix is, you know. Because you're all trained musicians and you have good ears that way. It's the physical aspect that needs the most work in the end. The transitions, placement. It's a choreographed dance for your arms, wrists, and fingers. That's what it is. And you need to know where to go. So I always tell my students, you know how to run, but could you just wake up this morning, show up at the track meet, and win the race without training first? Maybe. You might get lucky, and you might keel over at the end too. But most athletes train. They do shorter runs. They work in the weight room with a trainer, with a coach, and they do everything they can to make themselves physically able to win that race or to get the best possible score. Well, in this case, I'm your trainer. I'm giving you the exercises to do. And if you're not able to achieve them, I'm here to coach you and get you through them so that you can win that race or play this piece. Okay. A lot of rants today. Okay. But anyway, so place it, play it. Place it, play it, place it, play it. Then, with the left hand, you'll have to do the back and forth again. And maybe just one hand. And then the other. Just to focus on one at a time, but then do it the other way. Left hand first. Just another way. And so forth. So. And then you see how you're almost set up to just add the melody. Place it, play it. Place it, play it. Oh, you're going to have to work some fingerings there, but place it, play it, and then resolve. So that's the difference there. You're not going to go. You're going to go. With some help of the pedal. Okay, so it's not as basic as the other exercises, but we're in level 4 and we're starting to move up. It's like algebra. The second we think that we finished after solving for x, we're going to add another step to it. Just like the beginning. Okay, now you may notice it says B flat 6, and at the beginning it didn't say that. You really should be playing the same two chords in measure 2 and measure 6 there. They're both B flat 6s. Now, what that means, not B flat first inversion, B flat major with a 6. So you're thinking, oh, well, I'm playing a second inversion G minor here. Well, yeah, you are, until you get to the second beat. There's that F. But here's the 6. Okay, just thought of that now. Okay. All right, so then we have a new twist here. G sharp minor diminished 7. G sharp in the bass and D in the melody, which does fit. But how do you spell the rest of that chord? There you go. So from then to F with A in the bass. So F in the melody, A in the bass. What's missing? A C, and we fill it in with an A. All right, now it's cheat time. We have G minor 7 with C in the bass. So that's not a nice chord. So we're going to cheat just a little bit here. I'm going to allow you to put a tenor note in the left hand because we got a lot of notes coming up here. So if we have C in the bass and F in the melody, F and D, which are part of the G minor 7, C is not. I'm going to let you put the G in the left hand and the B flat in the right hand. So you see here, here's your G minor 7. And there you have it. C7. Okay, we have C and D in the melody, C in the bass. Since we're in close proximity here, I'm going to say keep that B flat for the 7. And you got this G here. Dump that and replace it with an E in the left hand. Another tenor left hand. Then go back to the traditional style of just one note in the left hand. Oh, down the octave. My bad. So that'll be a bit of a move, but okay. So you got a lot to work out. It's a lot in these 8 bars here. So let's review. Second line, chords. Back and forth. And then cheat time. All the back and forth work to do. Now, once you've done all that back and forth work with this piece, it's so chord oriented that there's very few moving melody notes that you're going to have to add to it. You know, a couple non-chord tones or passing tones, a couple octave leaps, but nothing major. Once you got these chords down, you got the piece mostly. You can start working it up. So I'll play you my rendition of this, and then I'll let you practice. 3, 4. There you have it. Not impossible, not super easy. If you're having trouble, let me know. Use the blank staff area to write in the notes of your chords. Not note names, but notes, actual notation. Do that, and if you need me to verify it, I'm happy to do that or help you. But try it on your own first. Let me know if you need any help with any of this, and I'll hear you on the quiz. Practice.